one of these days I'm going to put together a blooper tape so that you guys can see what happens when I totally lose my train of thought or just run out of things to say. Anyway, hi and welcome back to my world. My name is Lorrie and I live on Vancouver Island with my darling mother Sharon and my sweet husband Dave. And today I'm in the kitchen again and I'm learning how to dehydrate foods. So I have dehydrated some herbs in the past and they've turned out wonderfully. And I have done garlic. I've done my own organic garlic, and I have dried that or dehydrated that and then ground it up and made my own garlic powder. So that's pretty cool. And I'm trying some other things. So thank you for joining me today. I really do appreciate your time. If you haven't, please subscribe. I would really appreciate that. If you have subscribed, welcome back and thank you for coming back. Give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, all that fun stuff. And let's see what we can dehydrate this week. So I've got at least 3 trays, well I've got 3 trays of savory, and look at those are just loaded. And then we'll go slowly over to here, and I've got this bucket full of sage, and that's going to make another couple of layers. And I don't even take it off the stem before I dry. Well, you know, some of the bigger ones I might take off the stem, but with the savory, sorry, I didn't even bother. I just threw it in there stem and all, and then once it's dry, it'll just crumble off, and it'll be fabulous. So, yeah, and then I'll show you how to grind it up and store it. Just look at these giant sage leaves. I must be doing something right in the garden. My herbs always grow fantastically. Even in the past, even though I haven't been able to grow vegetables, my herbs have always grown really, really well. I don't know what's up with that. Hopefully it'll transfer this year. Here are my sage and savory that I pulled from the garden because the plants were getting too big and were in the way. And now they're all dry. I'm just going to see how easy those now come off of the stems. So anyway, I'm going to pull everything out here, and oh, look, a piece of grass. Oh, well, who cares? Anyway, I'm going to get all this ready, and then I'm going to grind it, and I'm going to have my own homemade poultry seasoning. So I'll be back in just a sec. So there's my haul of sage and savory, and I'm going to put it into my spice grinder and grind it up into powder and store it in this jar. And then I will have spices for making stuffing probably all year round. I mean, how much stuffing can you make, right? So I'm going to mix them. And now I'll zoom through all of this, and in just a second, it'll be done. So this is how much I ended up with. This is a 4-ounce jar. So, yeah. And it smells better than anything you can buy in the store, for sure. So I'm just going to label this and stick it in my pantry. Oh my gosh, look at the size of some of these spinach leaves. that I harvested today. So I let them get a little bit too big. But it's actually good, because what I'm going to do is dehydrate them and turn them into a super nutritious green powder that I am going to start adding to smoothies that I am going to start making for myself. Some nice healthy smoothies in the morning. So I have no excuse. I have all the ingredients here. I have all the tools that I need. I have no excuses, no more excuses. So starting tomorrow morning, I am going to have a smoothie for breakfast. Yeah, so let's rephrase that. Once my green powder is ready, I'll have a smoothie. So if you have any smoothie recipes that you love, please share them with me in the comments, because I would love to try them. Or if you do food videos as well, let me know in the comments, and I'll pop over to your channel and check out your recipes. So, yeah, for sure, help me out if you can. So my spinach is going to go in here in just a few minutes, but look at what else I'm dehydrating. We had a couple of bananas that were about to turn, so I've heard you can dehydrate them. And then, look, one of my favorite treats, although dehydrated marshmallows, not so good for you, but I'm trying another one here to see. I want them to get just to the perfect crunchiness. And then we're also making our own raisins. We bought some grapes and they were really sour, so rather than let them go to waste, I thought, what the heck, I'll dehydrate them too, and we'll see what happens. So yeah, that's what we got going on in the dehydrator right now. I'm going to add that spinach, and I'll put it on the bottom 2 racks because it's a little damp yet. I'll dry it with some paper towels, but yeah, that's what we're doing today. So here we go with my dried marshmallows, and those are pretty hard. They're like they've been sitting for a long, long time. Anyway, I'm not going to make you listen to me put it through the food processor, which I've never dried marshmallows before, so I'm hoping that it doesn't leave my blade a sticky, messy disaster. I did kind of pull one apart with my teeth, and it's pretty crunchy all the way through, so I think it should be okay to make a marshmallow powder. So let's see what happens. That actually worked really well, and this, rather than being sticky, is just very powdery and will just need to be washed. And this is what my marshmallow powder looks like now. And I do have a couple of chunks I'll have to sift out. But overall, it's pretty powdery. Check this out. A full pint jar of marshmallow powder. I am just tickled. Dave's like, what are you going to do with it? No, I don't know what I'm going to do with it. But I have marshmallow powder. How can you go wrong? Anyway, like I said, I do have a dessert that I think I'm going to try with it, and I might make it like a banana split, sprinkle a little on top, put it in my smoothies. Who knows? But that was fun, and it tastes delicious, and yeah, let's see what we can do with the spinach. The last thing in the dehydrator for this week is this spinach. And so I'm going to just kind of crumble it up, stick it in here. This is a coffee grinder, actually. It's become my spice grinder because nobody grinds coffee in my house anymore. I don't even drink coffee. Both Dave and my mom do, but I'm just strictly a tea gal. But anyway, they don't grind their own coffee anymore, although they did at one time. Anyway, I'm going to grind this all up, and then I'll show you how much I get out of these 3 trays worth of spinach. I'm sure it's not going to be a ton, but any is a savings over what you have to pay in the store for it. So that gave me, I don't know, a couple ounces, 2 or 3 ounces of this Now this is just pure spinach powder, right? Fresh from the garden, no pesticides, no nothing, just plain spinach powder. So I think I could throw a half a teaspoon of that probably into a smoothie and get a nice little bump from it. So that's what we're going to try doing. And when I harvest some more spinach, that might be what we do with it too. Especially if I let it grow too long, because I don't really like the taste. Once it's grown for too long, it gets kind of tough. And I don't like it. I just like it when it's baby spinach. And I don't like to cook spinach. So this will be a much better way for us to use it than any other way would be. So, yeah. In case anyone is interested, this is the dehydrator that I have. It's the Nesco American Harvest Food Dehydrator and Jerky Maker. And it has various different settings. And then it tells you also a temperature guide. So I don't have any extra racks or anything for it. I just have the 5 racks it came with. But that's what I'm using, and it's working for us. It's been working pretty steady the last little while. And tomorrow I'm harvesting mint and getting it in there. So that'll be next. Seems almost anywhere I am in my house, I can't really get away from those light reflections in my glasses. So I'm going to try and say goodbye without them. I thank you so much for coming in and hanging out with me today and learn a little bit about dehydrating with me and what you can do with that kind of stuff. With that spinach powder, like I said, I can throw that into a smoothie or even any kind of a soup or a stew or almost anything that's mixed up that you want to throw an extra punch of vitamins into. You could throw a little bit of spinach powder and nobody would even know it was there. Honestly, the only thing they might see is it might look like an herb, right? Big deal. Everybody loves herbs, right? So thanks so much for coming and hanging out with me today. I really do appreciate you. I hope you have a wonderful day and take care of yourself. Bye now.